It's not magical
We're in
yet.
it.
Let's
That is my
quest.
favorite comic.
But that Penny Arcade comic.
No,
Is
I
that
don't
Penny
know.
Arcade?
No, that's a gun
Dungeons
show.
and Doggos is
Oh,
my
is that
favorite
gun
right
show?
now.
That's a gun show comic, yeah. And it's pretty glorious.
Dare you enter my magical?
Yeah,
I
this
feel like
Gun
Penny
Show,
Arcade
that's
might have
what it's
referenced
called.
that. I feel like Penny Arcade might have referenced that because that does feel very Penny Arcadey
Probably at some point.
to me. It does vaguely ring of something. This balance board is so fucking hard. It's like a cylinder with just like a skateboard board. Balance on it.
Why are you on a balance board?
Why not?
Okay, fair point.
There's
I
no
wanna
Why
reason.
aren't you on a
I
balance
want to
board?
work on my balance. Why aren't you on a balance board? Yeah, it's a better question.
It's a great question.
Builds core strength.
Where
Builds
do you
your
get a balance board? Well, that's a stupid question. I'm sure you could just get one on fucking Amazon or something.
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know
Literally where
why-
I got it.
Are they a lot?
Yeah, they're a lot. You wouldn't buy it. It's like
No.
$125.
Oh, that's so much.
Yeah.
For
I mean, you
boards?
can get
plank
cheaper
and a
ones.
cylinder. Yeah.
You can get cheaper ones, but these ones, it's got better construction. It has like stop. It also has like pads to stop you from just sliding off one side.
flying
Just
off.
getting fucked up. Yeah.
No, you're mostly paying for the construction here. Like you're getting better grip on the top. That's more durable and won't wear away.
All right. So what do you guys want to do about this room you're in?
Burn it down.
The one we're in, which one? Because we're in 3 different rooms.
The wind room.
Well, nothing
Whoa.
happened, so I left.
Because you
to go
didn't
see
push the
screen.
rock into the pit.
I'll tell you what, Thomas. How about I roll intelligence for a fucking clue about what to do in this room? Because I don't know.
I dropped the
Okay.
rock in the pit.
But then the pit's gonna go away.
Well done. First of all.
Yeah, what a roll.
Holy shit!
So this part, these glyphs and such, are not robot glyphs. This is probably left over from that first alchemist.
I would assume that.
Mm-hmm.
It's evidenced by the
Mm.
If because it's not, it's not robotic. As you look around the room, it occurs to you, alchemists that are not of a robotic nature are all into, being a little cryptic, hiding hidden meaning in things, symbolism, metaphor. And so a sudden thought strikes you to pick up the wind statue from where it was set in that little alcove.
And cast it into the pit.
No. In quote unquote inhale a little bit and project a little bit of forced air.
Oh
as
my
if you
god,
were
it is
blowing
fifth
on it.
element, you son of a bitch.
Well, while you blow on it, all that appears on the statue are words in light blue glowing text that just say faith.
Okay then.
Alright, Zero Lens, since you can prevent fall damage, you should take the statue and jump into the pit.
Yeah, you do it. I'm not getting into this.
Do it. Take a leap of faith. Do it.
I guess
Take a leap
that's
of
what
faith,
we're
buddy.
doing. All right, this
You'll be
pit right
fine.
here.
Yep.
Yeah,
just,
that one. You take the
here,
statue first.
I'll hand you the statue. Breathe
Alright.
in on it, around it, just to be sure, and then just
Mhm.
jump in the pit.
Leave a
Sounds
faith,
like
bro.
a plan.
You're fine.
I think for a moment on the wisdom of my my trainers and mentors, hoping that if this is an awful idea, that they will reach out and stop me from doing something dumb. And then if nothing comes to
How
mind,
about you actually roll wisdom for that?
Mhm.
He jumps into the pit and he never comes back.
Like make a new character. Alex, did you get this skeleton I sent you? Skype?
Let me see. Anyway, that's reasonably wise. So YOLO.
Just jump in the pit.
I can't land in the middle of it, unfortunately.
Yes.
Can
It's-
actually.
well, so
You hold left
Oh.
alt.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a swole ass skeleton. No need to thank
What
you.
is it?
We'll give you good
Left
calcium.
shift. It's left shift.
Well, that could be your
so
avatar
you
if this
jump
guy
into the
dies.
pit and you
Yeah.
hear this massive rushing sound around you. Air rushes around you. It starts to pick up. You feel yourself falling and see at the bottom of this vast pit, there is a set of of iron spikes
Mm.
in the bottom of the tower here.
Concerning.
They're getting rapidly closer. But that wind increases. You feel yourself slowing down, and about 8 inches from the spikes, you stop and start to go back up. Up and up and up and up until you are just sort of floating in the center of this room.
Wow. Hey guys, look at me.
Hey, you learned how to fly.
I know, right? Surprising.
It's too bad your character didn't have like those wing kind of attachments, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like a
The
flying
wind
squirrel or
statue,
something.
the wind statuette, the effigy you're holding is now glowing.
I don't know what to do now. Spit on it or something.
I lasso him.
Spit on it or something? The fuck, man? What the hell?
He's floating in the
kind of
middle,
answer
presumably helpless. I'll lasso him and pull him over.
is that? I mean, it feels like I probably should stay in the middle here, though. Like this is where I'm supposed to be, I guess.
I feel like the statue's been charged and now can be placed in the alcove.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
probably.
sense.
That's probably how it works.
That's
That-
why I'm
that makes a lot
lassoing
of
you to
sense.
pull you over so you're not floating. I've done that.
So as you float, the effigy sort of rattles around in your hands and shoots off into the little alcove. It's stuck there. And
Now the wind stops.
something the wind is starting to rapidly die down, but you're able to clamber to safety. And wherever it went, here we go. Wind effigy big.
What's the point of the spikes? Just to make you like regret your choice right before the wind saves you?
It probably
Yes.
kills you
He's
if you
just
only have like a
teasing you.
rope attached.
That makes sense.
That
That's
twister
right.
looks a bit like a mushroom cloud from a distance.
Hmm.
The fourth
yes,
element. It's not.
DM
No, the
DM
fifth
to
element.
play-
It's nuclear.
DM to
bomb.
players, not characters. If you tie a rope around yourself, it totally.
Yeah.
'Cause you didn't have faith. That was the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
How's it gonna kill you? The rope's gonna save you.
Well, if the rope snapped, or something terrible happened.
Or the wind push you down instead.
Yeah, that's there would
Pull
be
whoever's holding the rope.
there would be a tornado in there.
Yeah. Bad things.
All right, that's 2 out of 4.
All right, we're getting there.
Man, I'm getting good at this. Holy shit. It only took me 2 days.
So I guess we don't have anything to do in this middle room.
It does seem to be more of a sluice, or
Is that a
Or-
broken bridge in the middle of there? Is that what that's supposed to be?
yes, there was a small pathway that was built over it. Looks like it's crumbled into disrepair.
I see.
How big are these windows?
Look at this. 2 alcoves.
I guess it doesn't really matter. There'd be no point in me climbing through the window. Because I could just get there from the ziggurat stairs if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is fire, so I imagine this pit is going to turn into a fire pit.
I mean, that does seem to be a reasonably good guess, if I had to make one.
Neutron
So,
star
you-
form.
You do notice that there are 2 alcoves here.
I
One
did.
has a small base, just like the other ones, where it looks like it's a little sunken pedestal where you could fit the effigy.
Hmm.
The other one holds a small brazier, or what looks like an offering bowl. Your words are printed in Gnomish.
Well, I
around
can't
the
read that
inner rim,
fucking scratching.
the,
Fuck is
the
this
inner rim of
chicken
the alcove.
scratch? This is dwarven bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Do you
not
actually
speak
not?
Gnomish?
Huh?
No.
I speak Gnomish.
Okay.
But they share a script with dwarven, so it's like.
I just wanted to be part of the group. I actually haven't looked at the text. Everyone was just saying this is unreadable. I'm like, yeah, that's yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, whatever you said.
By the way, it's pronounced brazier.
Brazier. Okay.
Brazier is with an.
Brazier
it
is the
is-
thing you put boobs in.
It says, "Flame requires sacrifice."
All right, let's draw straws to see who gets beaten to death.
I was gonna say. I thought they were gonna get burned to death.
Sounds painful and unpleasant.
Flame requires sacrifice.
Throw the dog in the pit.
Fucking
I
savage.
don't know if it would consider that much to be much of a sacrifice.
The dog would.
Harsh. True though.
That
That's
Are there any
horrible.
rats in this tower, Thomas?
Not that you can see.
Damn. Any bugs?
Not. There are a couple bugs skittering around.
Alright, I collect them.
All right, consider it collected.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put them all inside like a little alchemist glass.
Okay.
I'm gonna put some gunpowder in there. Just a little bit, just a small amount of gunpowder. And
Mhm.
maybe some tinder. And then I'm gonna put some fire in there. On the pedestal that was lit before. No, sorry, the one that was like then the one with the text.
Oh, this is perfect.
We're gonna sacrifice these bugs. All my solutions tend to not work, so please come up with a
So
back.
you do
backup
have a
plan,
lot of
everyone.
bugs in a small alchemist's glass.
Also, where's the fire rock? We need the fire rock.
Mm.
I don't know who has it. Not me.
No one. Steve has it. No, Zerlin has it. Alex has it.
Yeah.
Indeed. For some reason.
I mean, it doesn't really matter who actually has the card. We say fire. The stone appears.
Ah! I cast fire.
It's not very effective.
Nah, not terribly.
Everybody reload Roll20 so you can see my new amusing avatar.
I am
Fine.
not doing that. I'm gonna keep it the way it is for consistency purposes.
Well, enjoy the flail snail, which I feel denied.
Perfect. You'll get them.
The flail snail?
They're in here.
Flail snail.
What's a flail?
You've never seen the flail snail?
Well, still looks like a regular robot to me, man.
I've seen a snail flail, but I've never seen a flail.
Oh my god, that's actually sad. Oh, we will educate you, I have no doubt.
It's a Thanksgiving turkey or a robot.
It is a Thanksgiving robot. That's incredible.
Woof.
Did everyone check their chat recently?
Oh, that's a good point.
Which chat?
I don't know. Some
Push
of you may
chat.
have received some messages.
I did not.
I
Well,
didn't.
okay, don't say that out loud whether or not you received messages.
Well,
Just
it's too late.
yourself.
Oh, dang it, my fucking character sheet got closed. Thanks, Dustin. You made my sheet disappear.
If you wanted people to keep it to themselves, you probably should start with that.
Someone has just realized they can chat as all the tokens that are assigned to them.
Fucking fireball, raw, whooshburn. The fuck, mate. See, I don't. Here's the thing, guys. Zero speaks up. He's like, the bugs aren't really a sacrifice. That's just tossing away something that doesn't matter. You might as well throw a handful of dirt in there.
Try that.
I throw a handful of dirt in there.
I make a sign saying "Bug lives matter."
Bug lives do not matter. As a monk, I have meditated on this. I can promise you, bug lives do not matter.
You would say that. Your kind eat these things.
Yes, and coincidentally, if you're done with that cup full of bugs, I'll take that.
Oh, I already lit them on fire.
It didn't
I
do
mean,
anything,
that
by the
just-
way.
I would say, honestly, that just makes them more delicious.
Okay, here. Have the flask then.
They're like proteiny popcorn.
All that's left is chitin. Carbon.
Hmm.
Cancer
Well,
is good.
Rox, it's been good knowing you, man. Could you please sit inside the alcove?
Step into the flaming fire.
I step forward, and out of character, I really hope I'm not going to regret this. I gently place the now trusty, now that it's finally done something, spear, the Pillar of Worlds, into the pit.
All right, it is in the pit. Do you also place the emblem into the alcove?
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought that was already done.
Okay, no, yeah. So
Wait, maybe we should do. If we're gonna do this with any irreplaceable weapon, can we at least do it with mine? Because I can repair mine.
But then it wouldn't really be irreplaceable, would it?
Yeah, I was say
That's a hell of a
kind the
sacrifice.
point.
50 gold's a big sacrifice. 100 gold, actually.
Well, why don't we just throw 100 gold into the flame?
Yeah, so you just throw coins in there. No, it doesn't work that way. I don't
So
think so.
there is
I'm about to find out.
a huge roar of flame from that brazier, and you watch it consuming the Pillar of Worlds into ash. It all burns away. It's
that
all
hurts.
gone. You feel your stomach drop as you lose your magical weapon and all the possibilities that it contains. The fire
Have my
begins
trident,
to
I
glow,
Yeah. I'll become the Trident guy, okay.
and then
Oh my god,
And
how
that-
did I end up with Trident? I'm sorry, Thomas, but I have a special relationship with Tridents, and I didn't realize until just now that once again I've acquired a fucking Trident.
the Pillar of Worlds appears in the center of the room, unharmed, maybe smelling a little smoky.
See, we could have thrown one of the dogs in there, and it would have just been mad at us afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think we would have got the dog back.
Probably would have attacked
I think
us.
the game would have sensed that we didn't value the dog's life very much. Because we don't, they're worth it.
And
yeah, I mean,
of course,
honest here.
as you do so, get back to it. I forgot. I was like, "Where'd my stuff go?" I reloaded the page because,
And it closed all your external Roll20 windows.
yeah,
Yup, been there, done that.
I was like, "Oh, good."
Look how joy.
There we go. I don't know why these aren't like loading correctly into Roll20. That's really obnoxious, but whatever. There we go. And it appears there's only one more.
Well, I am going to let out a huge fucking breath.
Sigh of relief.
I'm just
Had
holding
me
my
feeling
luck
some
blade
kind
and
of
like,
way, man.
you are an idiot.
Hey, man. What can I say? Sacrifice is an important word. It means
Should-
something.
Yeah, so that thing's called the Pillar of the World?
Worlds.
Worlds? So
Worlds,
you wanted
plural.
to destroy the pillar, holding up worlds. You fucking Antichrist.
Hey, you don't know whose
Hey, man.
world it was holding up. It might just be holding up the robot's worlds, and that'd probably be a good thing.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna go to Roxy. And I'm just gonna make like a kind of as much of a smile as a lizard face can make, which is not much. I'm gonna
This
say-
Someone just
horrifying.
sneered at him.
Expression
You-
you've ever
you
seen
just-
in your life.
Yeah, your mouth's just open. It's just
Right.
You don't have
Teeth.
you don't have lips.
Just a row of sharp teeth.
It's just the closest thing possible to a rictus grin, and I'm gonna say, well, I mean, you gotta have faith.
This is. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna kind of like vaguely gesture towards the whole faith thing that I just took care of previously, like, you know, hey, making a point here.
Well, and of course we made the monk do it since he's, monks are kind of religious, I guess, spiritual.
I think it gives a sly glance to Roxy and a wink, and then looks at it looks at the lizard and like, "You're so wise, Zerlin."
I'm not sure how to interpret that, but I'm gonna take it on its face value and assume it was an actual compliment.
God.
It's always hard to tell with Lily. It's always hard to tell.
George Michael.
George Michael.
Why are you bringing George Michael into this? What did he do?
No, that was one of his hit songs, Faith.
Mhm.
It was very controversial.
So,
So
in this
if anybody
last
was
room
bringing
here,
him into this, it was Thomas then.
Thomas, I bet the solution to this puzzle is to throw a rock at it.
Throw a rock at him.
No, this one is to stand under a falling rock and have faith. Good luck.
Right?
All right,
Feels
Alex,
good, man.
you're up again.
Squish.
3 in a row. Good
Speaking
God,
of
you guys can't
falling
solve
rocks,
anything yourself.
I see a tunnel here for a large falling rock to fall through.
Yeah, you notice this part of it looks like it's being reclaimed by the earth a little bit, and you start to wonder how far down the tower you've really gone. There was, after all, a little bit of teleporting, and it's hard to see exactly where you might have ended up.
That's a good question.
Any
We
magic?
may well be deeper than
Anything
we
giving
actually
me the
think we are.
tingles, Thomas?
Tingles in your
No.
magic spots.
Whoa. There is definitely something magical about this space right here. It's been carved out.
The path in front of me?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of magic?
It is. Let me look it up.
You should just always know this, because that will always be the follow-up.
I know. I have it in the notes somewhere. I just got to look back at my notes.
I called them all.
What the fuck?
Evocation, transmutation,
Ooh, that's bad.
and conjuration.
Never mind.
Also, however, there are some sub enchantments going on here. That is divination.
Mm,
Hey, Robot, why don't you walk through this hallway first?
Fine. All right, whatever. What could go wrong?
Seems legit.
Do.
So, as you begin to walk through that hallway, everyone else sees you as not moving at all. You're just kind of walking in place.
what are you
For
waiting
you,
for,
this hallway looks like it's getting longer and longer and longer and narrower and narrower.
I stop and start walking backwards.
You begin to walk backwards, and you feel the hallway start to narrow a little bit as you walk backward.
Well, I guess I'll just walk forwards then. If I get crushed, I get crushed.
This continues until you feel like you are wedged firmly in this now very, very long passageway. To you, it looks like it's a few hundred feet in either direction, and you are just wedged firmly in between the two walls here.
Can the three of us also see that?
Yeah, you do see, like, it does seem like he's stuck, although you're not sure how he got stuck. It looked plenty wide enough to begin with.
All right, guys, let's leave him.
We're finally free of him. Run!
Quick, ditch him.
Help! Help!
You got this. That was me. That was Steven.
Yeah,
not-
hang on one second, guys.
Mhm.
I shoot him.
Bang.
I don't want to leave him there to starve to death, or however he would die.
Well, it
He
would
need to eat. He would
eventually-
Just be, he would be like Bender in Arizona. He'd just be there.
just there until eventually this whole tower collapses.
Sorry. Get back to it. And then eventually we'd dig you up 500 years in the future and be like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
I'd be very
Hey.
angry.
It's like, I am the upset.
Do I have Dispel Magic yet?
All right, I'm back.
That's a level 3 spell.
Oh, wait, that's Mati who has Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
Down this
Mati-
long
did you just call it
hallway.
Mati?
Huh?
Did you just call
Down
it
this-
Mati?
I
Sorry.
have a character named Mati. Can you guess which character he's modeled after?
I got a few
Captain
thoughts.
Planeteer.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I just
Anyway,
rescued Linka.
Heart.
down this hallway.
Down this hallway, Spelulon can hear a faint chittering that chills him to his very robotic core.
He's
And it's the
operating
sound
at
that
maximum
all
efficiency.
robots have been told to fear in stories
Uh-oh.
since they were, newly minted. It is the sound of a rust monster,
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's
and it's
fine.
getting closer.
Didn't you say there was illusion in this as well?
No, it
there
was.
is some illusion now that you look.
Was there?
Mm-hmm.
Probably an illusion.
You're not really stuck, Spelulon.
I
Snap
wiggle.
out of it.
I try and wiggle through it.
So that while you see him wiggling around, you do that little flare of a spell rune showing up again in the center of the floor.
I'm gonna try to run through the passageway with my eyes closed, or walk through the passageway with briskly walk through the passageway with my eyes closed towards Spelulon.
And something does pop up in the center of the room here.
There's two of those somethings.
Yeah, that was excellent. With a little flash of light and a pop and that little chittering, a rust monster appears in the room.
Oh. I would flee if I could.
And it starts to kind of sniff around a little bit. Smells some metal nearby. Starts to get real interested.
Uh-oh. Do something.
Well, I tried to do
can't, you're
something. And
blocking
Thomas
the
ignored
hallway.
me.
Now, Spelulon, do you try to go forwards or backwards?
Forwards.
Okay, you press forwards. That rust monster starts to get real excited in just a moment because it turns around and it sees a robot. Now, all rust monsters are innately attuned to robots from the start. See a robot, and they're like, "Oh my god, I've heard about this since childhood. The
They just
greatest
get, like-
delicacy known to rust monster kind."
Let's get a robot, a fucking rust monster boner.
You see it start to rub its little antenna together. Start to feel a little nervous. Start to feel maybe a little flaky in the front there. It's not good.
He's just lightning bolting it.
That's all I got.
Oh boy.
Die, monster.
So it does make the save. But still okay. Still is vaporized instantly. Poof.
Excuse me.
Yeah, everything is silent for a second. You breathe a sigh of relief
I bet
Goes
another
away
one pops out. Yeah,
as
okay.
you hear another small pop. Another rust monster looks around, starts to get real interested.
I
Doesn't
keep
really
trying
seem
to
be
push
bothered
through.
by the smell of cooked rust monster.
Is this
When you
something
say-
that Spelulon's only gonna be able to do? Because I tried to do something toward me.
Oh, he is.
What did you do?
I was trying to walk down the hallway towards Spelulon with my eyes
Oh.
closed.
Walking down, you bump into the back of Spelulon. It's more than wide enough for you. Nothing seems to be happening.
As I'm holding on to him, I just say, Spelulon, close your eyes and walk forward. It'll be fine.
The rust
I
monster
will-
stands directly in front of you.
I will attempt to do that.
Okay. So you close your eyes. You walk forward. You feel the cold embrace of the rust monster. Your body start to rust and melt away, and then you're through. There's no monster, and everything is fine.
Lightning bolt, but it felt good. As far as if anyone asks, I just killed one with one shot. That's what I'm going to claim. It's technically correct.
The best kind, as we all know.
Everyone
had to
else
be-
walking through the
Just
walking through
had
the
to be
corridor
brave.
doesn't experience any ill effects. You notice a small glowing set of words, or just word, on the effigy that says perseverance, and you place it into the slot.
Fucking wizards.
Right?
Only a wizard would be this much of an asshole.
Real talk.
It's so
Hey, he was
much
an
time
alchemist.
to just be
Alchemist.
awful.
Listen, Morty, I'm a scientist, not a hack. It's all bitches! Alright, take that back.
All right, and the last rune appears. Or,
We say
the
loud.
earth effigy shows up. Then the whole tower starts to rumble. A small rune that was in the floor all of a sudden begins glowing
This
So
one here.
that's the last one.
right there.
You're a little off center there.
And
We don't. Do we have a card for that one?
No, it's
Water.
lit already. Dave,
What?
you cheater. There's no room. There's no way to get into that room currently.
What about this open door
What open door?
right here?
No,
Door over
I'll
there
just,
that leads
That
to
door?
nowhere?
we'll just go back upstairs. We just go all the way around, and then I just drop
so
in from the
that
cigarette
grate
top.
is closed. As the rune over there appears, the rune over here appears. That door starts to rattle a little bit, and then Thomas is still trying to, like, here we go.
Yeah, let Thomas
Get
get all his
My
layers going.
runes on the ground here. There. So you notice all these
Zerlin's
runes
dead.
start to glow on the floor and connect it. And see, wasn't it worth it to see all this getting connected and stuff? And then a big statue.
And then a giant rust.
Oh,
appears
Jesus
in the middle of the
Christ.
floor. And what could that possibly be?
Well, it looks like a fucking tornado.
Looks like swirling magic.
That it's probably more reasonable.
And
Or
a
is it
small
what I said?
version of
Yeah,
it
kinda.
appears in the floor, right in front of this.
Well,
Uh,
if we have all the other regular elements, then that one must be love. Really,
It's
love.
heart.
It's heart.
We have to
Yeah,
cut
no,
out
no.
a heart.
It is. Lily would know what it is. It's ether.
Ether. I like ether. Makes for some fun nights. Just inhale
Heyo.
that stuff.
And it
Puff it down.
appears right at the center, nestled on the glyph. Presses it in. The door opens. You're free to go down.
Sweet.
Cool.
That was pretty interesting. I like that one. That was a good round of
So
shit.
we don't need the ether statue, right? We don't need it. Stay in there.
Presumably doesn't come with us now. I wouldn't think so.
And then in just a second, I'll bring you guys down here.
Dream of bullshit.
Darn, I was excited when some items turned into cards. I was like, oh my god, we're in fucking Greed Island from Hunter x Hunter. Dun, dun,
I haven't thought about that series in about 1,000 years.
So great. So great.
I don't know that I even ever actually finished it, to be honest.
You probably haven't because it's not finished and the author takes year and a half long breaks.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
He's
And
been
you
writing
notice-
Hunter x Hunter for like almost 2
There are some cracks all through the floor here, and a massive jutting pillar. This looks like it was originally the bottom floor of the alchemist's lair. This has been, magically carved out into a pit that goes down a very, very long, far, far into the earth here. And this, whatever this contraption is, has been suspended over it with these chains which appear to be the only thing holding this teleporter up. And indeed, one of you, Spelulon, immediately recognizes this teleporter because it's a
Do I?
robot teleporter.
Oh boy.
The fuck is that? Roxian says.
It's a teleporter.
A tele what?
A device that transports one person or persons or things from one plane or position to another.
Wait, really? How does that work?
Fascinating. I presume
Well,
with magic.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention in that class.
I have to figure this technology out. This would be great for shipping my goods. You have to tell me how it works.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. You gotta know something. Does he know something, Thomas?
He might. It's a possibility that he knows things.
Does he
I-
know that he knows?
I know how it works, but that's cheating.
Alright, well, since he's not talking,
Yep, I've
I'll have
climbed
to
up.
examine it myself.
All right.
Hey, what's in these jars?
Those jars appear to be full of what must have once been some kind of fuel, perhaps. All but one of them's dried up. But
I taste a little bit of
full
the...
so it tastes familiar, like home to you. It's full of blue liquid.
Hmm.
Huh.
That is if you recall correctly, used in some way to power teleporters just like this one, and even the big ones that. And the memory stops right there. You immediately forget whatever it was that you were thinking about.
Damn. Yeah. Well, I'm sure it was
Weird.
nothing.
It doesn't seem very important.
Yeah, I'm sure it was nothing. I do
I
remember one thing. Don't touch the rings when it's activated on the portal. Well, there's no rings on this one, but don't touch the sides of the portal. It hurts.
Hmm.
That's good to know. I want
Yeah.
to check the fluid in these vases.
So a small device that Leela's carrying with her starts to click and whirl and whiz around. They're definitely emitting some kind of energy. Quite a bit of it, as a matter of fact.
I didn't know I had an energy detector.
I mean, listen, I just assume you're an artificer. You got all sorts of weird shit around.
No, I
things that
appreciate the.
beep and whistle, and so yeah, there's definitely some strange readings coming off of these, fluctuating rather wildly.
I was just gonna like smell it and then taste it a little bit, see if I could tell if it's like fuel or something.
You do a little science to it.
And remember, you gotta remember D&D. Even artificers are pretty primitive.
Yes, but at least a little.
So transponder, like a Star Trek like transponder, would be a little weird.
Hmm.
I set my phasers to stun.
I set my phasers to pants. I mean, what?
They're
Pants
a bit more like a Stargate than a Star Trek transporter.
Yeah, definitely.
Stargate, you said?
Stargate, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good reference. Alright, well, I can tell it's like some sort of fuel. So I'll keep that in mind for later.
Hmm.
What's the integrity of this path look like? As Spellion just ignores the fact that it looks like disrepair and flies over it.
I was gonna ask about the western side as well, because the
Oh
path is a
yeah, I
little
guess it
wider.
is. I was zoomed out, so I don't know. I don't know what I thought it was.
So, what would you folks like to do here?
Well, I want to. Well, they asked you about the integrity.
Yeah,
of
you
the
were
path.
asked 2 questions.
Oh, I'm
Just
sorry. I was
one
reading.
question, 2 locations.
Okay. So right there, that part of the bridge looks, or that part of the walkway looks just fine. You can walk across it. It is starting to crumble a little bit, but the weight of a human being or a humanoid shouldn't affect it too much.
Is that near me or Steve?
Near you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry. I was focusing on something for the next part. Steve, by you, that part looks fine.
Okay, I just cross it.
Yeah, it is fairly if there were to be a major
Are you cutting out? Does it sound like he's cutting
Yeah,
out
he's
for
starting to
anyone
cut
else?
it in and out a little bit.
Can you
A
guys
little
hear me
bit,
now?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's better.
Okay. If there were to be sort of a major structural catastrophe here, the whole tower might give way. Just because this is a very invasive procedure to carve this big pit leading to who knows where in the middle of this middle of a swamp. Called the structural integrity of the whole thing into question.
Mm.
In fact, on the walkway you can see those cracks that mean that if those chains were to fail, the whole teleporter would probably plunge into the abyss.
Mm.
Which in the end you suppose could be a good thing. If something were to happen on the other side of that, that might be the only way to keep it from getting out.
Mm.
So
Is there a door behind me, or
I'm gonna grab one of those full jugs of the fuel.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that with me. I hear a
that
cat.
is a loud cat?
Yeah.
This is a very loud cat.
Yeah, that
I
would be
thought it was
Rose,
Iku for a second.
right?
No, Biku's very
Sorry about that.
quiet.
And I'm going to carefully navigate over the broken segment there.
Mm.
And what about these other jugs here? Do they just have any fuel in
Also
them?
filled with the blue liquid. Yes.
Yeah. What's in that alcove?
That alcove looks like it was originally holding many devices. And in fact, you recognize what those devices were because there's one in there right now. It's a map device. So if you were to find a map to another plane, location, wherever, slotted in there, it would change the destination of this teleporter. Not far, mind you. This is not an interplanar teleporter, interrealm teleporter here. It is just it could be an easy way to get this teleporter to hook up to a similar one on this plane. The fact that there were so many spots for maps and those are gone means that you have a strong suspicion that this teleporter here could show up somewhere else. That maybe whoever was building these built more of them to get around quickly.
Makes a certain amount of sense.
There's pretty much nothing we can do with it right now ourselves, though.
Yeah.
No, but it could come in use. It could come in handy later.
Yeah. Provided this place doesn't collapse.
Also, this should begin to sound exceedingly familiar to Dustin here. Map devices.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, this
You
cat.
stand on the
What
teleporter.
does that cat want?
To be paid attention to mostly.
Just pet the cat.
She won't come over here. I can't do both at the same time. She wants me to go over there. It's a cat, man. What do you want from me? It's just how they operate. I'll go chase her down in a minute.
Well, can I find out where this map or where this portal is currently?
You can
where
get a
the
rough
destination
idea.
is?
Somewhere beneath you.
It goes below, guys.
Below
Way
what?
down.
I don't know. Below here.
We're already. We climbed up like 120 feet, and we've just been going down and down and down and down and down, and it's never gonna end. This wizard is an asshole.
Right, for realsies. Well, this could be the shortcut that gets us straight to where we need to go.
Well, you could always just jump off the side. I'm sure to get you there too. But...
Just YOLO it.
Well, I say we fill this thing up and see where it leads us.
That's fair. Also, it sounded juicy. Yeah, go for it. Let's do it.
All right. So one by one, you step into the teleporter. There's a flash of light. Some big rings of light appear
Mhm.
around you. You notice Spellyon, who goes first, is very, very careful not to touch them.
I want to
Seems to have
examine
some-
the teleporter and see if I can understand the technology.
You notice there's a bunch of circuit boards in there, or what you think might be circuit boards. You've only seen
Fuck is a
rudimentary.
circuit board.
Yeah, you've only seen rudimentary constructions of things that could be that. Yeah, you understand wiring and moving power from place to place, whether that be alchemically generated or generated through work and maybe a quartz crystal.
Uses
But,
exotic shit in it too.
Yeah,
Lots of exotic shit.
There's a lot of crystals in here, as well as full of gas you can't make out. It all whirs to life, and there's a big crystal that's spherical in there. And the only spherical thing in this whole apparatus, actually, everything else is perfect right angles or icosahedrons, except that, and that glows very, very brightly as Spellyon steps into it, whirs around, and all these little patterns and symbols appear on it before it goes away and Spellyon vanishes.
I am not stepping in that fucking thing.
That was
I am not.
awesome.
No.
I'm
No.
next. Me next. Me next.
No.
Me next.
No.
Me
No.
next.
No. 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 No.
It's just beautiful, the exact opposite reactions that just happened there.
No.
Perfectly
No.
opposite.
No.
So does Lily step in?
Fuck yeah.
So you kind of hear her like woo fade off into the distance as she's zapped away and teleported out. It's just Aroxian and Zerolon now.
All right. Well, I hate to sound like a broken record, friend, but
we don't even know where that goes. That could send
No,
them
we
to
don't.
that could send them to the spear dimension.
that's true.
The what?
The spear
I don't know what
dimension,
that means.
where everything's a spear.
Oh. Well, I mean, that wouldn't be all bad for me, but still.
It would be as you get impaled by spears.
Well, but at least my trusty compatriot here would feel at home. As I step back towards the portal, I say, besides, haven't you learned? You just gotta have faith. I step backwards through the portal.
You gotta have faith. Steps through the
Yes.
portal.
Mm-hmm.
There's a flash of light. Zerolon's gone. Only Aroxian remains,
It's like, fuck this shit.
all alone.
Fuck this shit o'clock.
Just leaves.
No, you would never go down there. You would never do that.
He's just there. Just refusing to use the portal.
I'm just gonna stay here and look for other clues.
I'm not mad or anything. I totally understand. I just, what are you gonna do?
Can we go back, Thomas, and drag him through?
Where you are, doesn't seem like there's back immediately available. I'll tell you more in a second.
Cut away from Steve.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Any day now, Steve.
I'm not getting in the portal, man.
Don't make him railroad you.
If I go to the next screen, Steve will see what's on the other side.
You can
We
turn
need
off
Steve
my
to
vision.
step through without seeing. Oh, that's too much work.
Just go through the fucking portal.
Why?
So the
There's
point is to
no,
guilt you,
there's
dude.
no
But
reason
eventually-
to go. There's no reason to go through the portal. I've
Cool.
never seen this before. I've never been teleported before. I don't really trust magic, and we've been fucked with the entire time.
You're not
The
wrong.
robot recognized it though, and you trust the robot's judgment of his own people's technology.
I do not trust the robot.
You
When
wouldn't
have I trusted
You
the
trust Lily, who's technologically proficient.
I don't
and
trust
she
her
said-
either. The only one I trust is Cerulean.
Why wouldn't you trust Lily?
You make bad decisions.
What?
Really bad
That's
decisions.
bullshit. I make great decisions.
You just
Lily
take
makes
things
decisions
from
she thinks are
hags.
great.
You just do things, man. I get it, and I love that you're doing it, but I don't love Lily doing it.
Yeah. Lily
No.
makes decisions that she feels are good decisions.
Lily
No
is a
way.
courageous, intelligent young girl who makes perfect.
No way. I'm a pirate, and like I would not raid a castle for Uncle Wizard's
The
castle
cavern
forever.
starts to fill with a poisonous gas, and originating from all
We're
sides,
close.
forcing Eroxian toward the center.
It's like, fuck this. I'd rather just fall to my death.
Well then,
Oh wait,
that's fine.
how far
We
does the
can-
light
we
go?
can-
Like how far can I see down?
About 125 feet
You say there's a chain here too, right?
with dark vision. There is a large chain.
I'll climb the chain.
Those chains are supporting. Those chains are hooked into the wall, supporting the platform you're on.
They're like 50 feet below you.
Yeah, they're like 50 feet below you.
Hmm. Can I fuck up the chains? I don't even know what that is. I mean,
I think you know what that is.
Steven knows what that is. So Roxanne does not know what that is.
Mysterious voice from beyond.
Nah, you should have pushed me guys first. Nope, you guys left me.
Hey, I can't make decisions for you. I mean, I could if I really,
You
really
didn't-
wanted to.
you were
but
just
that's
like,
not my
oh,
way.
The
it's You're-
person you said you trust said have some faith and went in.
Yeah. Look, don't believe in you. Believe that me believes in you.
Get him with the current logging quote.
Or more importantly,
Sure, I step in the portal.
believe that I know what I'm doing.
Enjoy being alone forever. That's why you'll eventually
Go
get
back
on
to
there.
your incestuous relationship with your daughter.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Niece or whatever it is.
She's not his family anymore anyway.
I'm so confused.
The girl I was saying was his sister, but she's not his sister.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
The portal. You're the one who hasn't done anything.
He's in it, yeah.
Oh,
You're the
he's
one
in
who's
it?
not. You're
Yeah, he's
taking
in
it
there.
right
I was
now.
looking
He
for
said
something that
fine.
would, I was looking for something that would be funny to type the next thing with. So Steve goes into the portal.
He's
Roxanne also goes into the portal.
What is this?
See, you're fucking with things. You
the
have no
robot
business.
realm.
You have you're fucking with things you have no business fucking with.
Interestingly enough, you all appear at the same time. You're not sure if that's how
Damn.
if because things work differently here or what, but you did appear at the same time.
That sucks.
Wait,
Lily
did
was
you-
ready to make fun of him.
Wait, did you guys just get here?
Yeah.
Just now.
Huh. I waited around for a while before I got into the portal, but we all got here.
Well, why would you do that?
Because no one asked me what my fucking thoughts were on going in a strange portal I've never seen before.
Well, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to go into the portal. The robot said it was fine. I thought it looked cool.
The robot also has a burning desire to enslave all organics.
Yeah, but he went in first. If it was gonna hurt him, if it was gonna hurt us, it's gonna hurt him.
No, it wouldn't.
You
What
don't
if
know
we-
that.
What if we got teleported to a place that there's no air or food ever? It was just like this big empty space.
That would be fine.
So reminding me of
So what if there's no air in it?
guy from Galaxy Quest. Is there air? You don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You're
true.
just gonna go? You don't know
the
anything.
portal. It's the portal for the guy who runs the tower. He needs to be able to. It's not gonna take us to some nightmare realm.
What if he's from the nightmare realm?
Well, then we'll kill him and get back.
Well, it's done anyway, and I'm
Yes.
going to head up these massive giant steps.
Yep. There are massive steps. Huge.
Hey, is that a huge portal?
How big are they? Like, are
Portal
they as tall as
circle
me?
thing right there?
15 feet across, just about 10 feet wide.
How tall? That's the important.
About a 4-foot difference between each step. You'd have to kind of clamber. You wouldn't be able to just walk.
That's pretty tall. Given that I'm 3'5". I
Alright.
actually have to jump to reach the top.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
This is so tiring. Can someone just carry me?
That's what I say the same thing.
I can only carry one of you.
I'm carrying none of you.
Okay then. Well, that solves that. Also,
I'm gonna
my
walk.
strength
I'm
is
gonna
very
walk on
poor,
this part, which is
so I'll
probably
take the gnome.
almost inevitably sloped. So I'll just take this part up.
I'm gonna not go up the gigantic steps I don't fit. I clearly am not made for, and I'm gonna look through all the little things over here.
That's actually a pretty wise decision. I think I'll
So
go
yes,
with
so
you.
there is sort of an arcade around the edges of this.
Ooh, they got Galaga.
Right?
No,
Oh,
but
for
there is
fuck's
a
sake.
robot saucer tentacle thing on the north side of the map, guys. So I think we should probably roll. We should probably
like
get
some-
into an defensive positions.
Looks like something is slumped down, kind of hunched over itself in the far corner of the room.
I shoot
Don't
it.
worry, guys. He's totally dead.
I don't even see it.
I shoot it.
I don't see it either.
I'm shooting.
Oh, it's way over there.
Where?
Yeah, it's way at the
You
top.
don't even have a line of sight to it.
I'm
Oh, there we
shooting
go.
it.
Bang, bitch.
You actually shoot it?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
shooting
don't.
You can't
it.
see
I
it, Thomas.
Don't.
There's
I
a
would
raised
recommend against
platform in the
randomly
middle of
shooting.
this. In the middle of this
No,
building, you
I
literally
said while
cannot see it.
Wait, just because I haven't moved my token there, I said I want to look through all of these, and what do I see?
I guess we don't even see the robot body up there.
So if anything, you guys would have been trying to clamber around while I walked around and just looked through all of these.
Yeah, but we changed. You've made a convincing argument.
Yeah.
So we stopped going up the stairs, and we were going to look around with you. Everyone
I
was like,
didn't
"Yeah, that's a
really
good point.
get up
Actually, we
there.
should do that."
I failed.
Right.
I'll come up around here.
And you see something slumped over on the wall,
Yep.
likely
Yeah.
injured, and you're like, "I shoot it."
Yeah, I got into a teleporter I've never been in. There's a lot here. I'm on high alert, man.
He's trigger ready to be
If
pulled.
it's not the three of you, I'm shooting it.
That's fair.
Alright, you shot
There
it,
is what looks very much like Spelulon, or at least the same model. There are definitely differences. This robot is a little more rotund. It's a little bit shorter. Its arms are much longer and tubier.
Two beer.
Hey,
he's
Spellion,
wearing-
there's a more masculine version of you over here.
It
You
appears
don't know
to be
what
wearing
masculinity is
a
for
very silly
robots.
hat.
Did you just call him Smellulon? That's amazing.
This does appear to be Roboticus Maximus.
Well, I'm gonna go over there cautiously.
Well, Steve did just shoot him, so
Well, I tell. Grab his arms or something.
And it is hunched over. As you get closer to it, you see it's covered in that mold. It's pouring out of what were once its ocular vision sockets. Its tube arms appear. Its tube arms appear almost completely immobilized by the mold growth that's in them. Missing a leg. He's in bad shape.
No doubt.
Alright, I think we set him on fire, and then we just take a long rest.
I greet him.
He hears the binary, and was just sort of twitching back and forth. Pauses, and you hear him say, "The summoning results are inconclusive."
What did you summon?
He thinks for a moment. My word processing functions do not contain the proper formatting to describe what was summoned.
like it doesn't contain the noun or it doesn't contain the adjective, or both.
Subject? Predicate?
I'll walk around him a little bit. What
We're
have
starting
you
to get
done to
confusing
yourself?
I guess if it doesn't have the file for the subject, it probably can't describe the subject because it doesn't actually know what the subject looks like.
It tilts its he tilts his now blind face up to you and says, I am willing to admit the possibility of errors in judgment.
Yes. Yes.
It's not a thing that
Mistakes
should
were
not
made.
be.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Have out of character. Have we figured out any way to to deal with the orange with the mold?
Fire.
Fire?
Fire that's
But-
not magical.
Yeah, non-magical fire. You do notice, however, that there is a burned out torch near him.
I asked him if he tried to purify himself. Oh, what about acid?
Those thoughts cross your mind. For this robot, however, you notice that very likely too much damage has been done to the internal systems to entertain a possibility of salvation.
It's sad. I tell him as much. First robot I've seen in a long while.
Yep.
You are dying. Sad indeed.
He nods.
Would you like to donate your body for science?
I have your notes.
How
Did you ever make contact with whatever this is?
Huh. I didn't think robots could die.
Yeah, they just mostly stop functioning.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
do.
dying.
You just gotta squeeze them just right.
And so he looks at you, and you notice that his arms have stopped moving almost entirely. He looks up to you and says, "I thought we were the greatest beings in the universe, you and I. I was wrong."
No, you're wrong now.
And he expires.
This is an act of war.
By what?
How
The
does-
mold?
It sounds like he did this to himself.
Yeah, he kind of just
He
ate a lot of mold and died.
and he summoned the thing. He did it.
I burn his corpse.
You hear kind of a faint popping, shrieking sound that as it's burned out of the husk of the creature. As you burn it, there's a long pause, and go. Just an enormous volume of loot.
There we go.
Just
You remembered
random bits and baubles start spewing forth from him,
Jesus.
just all over the place. Just fountains and fountains and fountains of garbage.
I am eyeing Smellulon so sexually right now.
I mean, there's
They
bits
don't
of
have
wire.
unlimited
There's
cavity. They could
there's
fit quite a
what
bit of
is
stuff.
very clearly the skeleton of a rat. There's the severed heads of at least 3 goblins.
Was he like the combination of a Diablo loot goblin and a Woot bag of crap?
And just human filth, bottles of things.
It's those weird
you
grab
know-
bags you get at conventions for $5, and it's all like yaoi porn.
Right.
Funny you mentioned that. There is some
Um,
yaoi porn.
Just inexplicably large volumes of just garbage.
I thought you were gonna say
I
volumes
didn't
of
even.
yaoi porn.
I didn't even see that Spellion messaged me like, you forgot to have his chest cavity expire. I know. I was getting to it. There was shit in the way, holding it together, man.
Even I'm surprised at the crap he had inside of him.
Yes, it's truly a titanic amount of stuff that was in his chest cavity that's now poured all over the place.
I mean, he fit it all.
Do you have a bag of holding in his chest?
I'm just in.
No.
Maybe.
Do you have a bag of holding in your chest?
No.
I've approached.
Are you lying to me?
Spellulon.
You wouldn't
Spell-
lie to me now,
hey,
would you, Spellulon?
Hey, Spellulon, this is impossible.
I don't know what you mean.
I check.
I follow.
He might actually have something of value. I check the sensor stone, the orange crystal, see if it's pulsing at all.
Be careful with this shit. It could have some of the mold in it. That's why I haven't tried to scoop it up yet.
I have a torch.
Alright.
I just light a torch on fire and I just throw it on top.
I'm not.
Elon,
It won't
near
burn. It
you,
won't burn hot enough to melt the coin.
you do notice that there is a pair of leather boots that are dangerously close to catching on fire.
I grabbed the boots.
They look like they were designed for robot feet, though a human could easily wear them as well. And suddenly, things start to make a lot of sense about why this particular robot found this tower so appealing.
You like the boots?
Okay. You'll have to tell me.
Yeah, I don't quite get that one either.
You like leather boots, bro?
Yes.
You sent that to all of us, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you meant to do that
Yeah.
or not. Cool.
Yeah, I put them on immediately.
Whoa! Who picked them up?
I did.
Bellulon.
What?
Look, I'm not going to touch that an exploding robot first. I'm going to wait till the other robot does it. I'll jump into an endless pit twice in one session. I'll put my treasured artifact weapon into a fire, but I ain't touching a fucking exploding robot until I know it's safe.
It's not safe.
It is never safe.
I have no idea what will happen with all that mold in it.
That is a good question, actually.
I don't think you've ever seen my character with this much concern. This is unprecedented.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he obviously wasn't very strong, but still, I mean, be defeated by mold? It's embarrassing.
Sometimes
also,
strength lies in small places, my friend.
Spellulon, when you walked in here and looked around, your initial thought was that this must be part of the robot realm because of the way the floor was designed. It looked very familiar. The portals, these sort
If
of
it was, I would have
geometric-
told. You should have told me that first, because then I would have told them to fucking hide.
Any closer inspection, however, reveals that that's not what it is. Even though it is very clearly or somewhere extraplanar right now. There's this faint rushing of wind and upsetting levels of just uncomfortable noises. This low drone that's with you.
We should leave.
That portal in the center of the room glows softly, and you can't help but wonder, maybe if you inspect it a little further, you could
What? You cut out.
maybe if you inspected it even a little bit further, you might be able to find out more about it. Never know,
Well,
it could lead to incredible riches.
It could. What's in these,
We've taken everything of value and we've put it in Lily's bag of holding for processing and sorting later, to be more efficient with our time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll just shove everything in there. I've lit it all on fire beforehand.
He's purified.
I've cleansed it. And
Yeah, I ran that flaming sphere all over it and then all over the robot.
Is that how that works?
Yeah,
I don't
you just
know.
rub it down.
Rub it down with fire. Sounds legit.
Yeah.
Well, flame sphere would not kill it.
yeah, flames
No, it wouldn't
wouldn't do
kill it.
anything.